Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. Post-commentary Cap here, and here we are at the desert. You gotta be waiting long enough, Millennium Eyes or a source of our mystic power, it should never be yours. This desert shrine should be your final resting place. Okay, so yeah, I recorded both of these in separate sessions. To be fair, Wasteland, Desert Shrine, this went well. Because what you're seeing right now is like an attempt that took place immediately after trying to do Forest Shrine, which did not go well. But yeah, like ultimately Desert went fine. It went fine. But this was just me like trying to struggle to like come up with a strategy here. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna be like, should I just commentate the entire thing? I guess, because like I didn't do any live commentary for any part of this, because the Forest Shrine just left me so emotionally devoid. And like the lower mages are still perfectly fine, except for dude right here who somehow has Labyrinth Wall. Like, you know, when I think desert, I think Labyrinth, because it just makes sense. It just makes perfect sense. Like, yeah, Pan's Labyrinth, that took place in a freaking desert wasteland, you know. Labyrinth with David Bowie, you know, desert wasteland. Ooh. So yeah, this had to be like a slow, drawn out battle here. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, I was getting mad salty, but to be fair, like this was immediately after a forest attempt, and the forest mage Anubisius, he is bullshit. Like, you know, just, hey, here I am with perfectly ultimate great moth, just gonna go ahead and summon him, like, you know, turn one. Great, what am I supposed to do about that? Like, it's just... And this game, like, oh yeah, dude was just like loading up his back row. That was just entirely bullshit. But like, you don't really think about it that much, but the fact that you always, yeah, Eternal Rest, like, oh wow, you got rid of one monster there, guy. Ooh, I'm so afraid of Eternal Rest. Ooh, this ain't Duelist of the Roses, my guy. I don't have a zombie deck, but like, you never really think about it, but the fact that you are always taking the first turn is a bit of a, like, I don't know, I don't really care for that all that much now, because, like, when I would play Yu-Gi-Oh! Games back in the day, I was always like, yeah, I get to go first. This means I get to like set up a strategy and do this and that first, and there's nothing they can do about it. But like, that's kind of overrated, because if you're going second, you can at least react to what your opponent has done, and you can set up stuff to react. And this was my fault entirely, because I had completely disregarded the Guardian Star thing. This duel would have been over had I remembered to use the second Guardian Star for Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon. And then Swords of Revealing Light happened. But, and then Wasteland happened. I'm still kicking myself over that one. I would have won. But, yeah, like, when you go second, you get to react, and you actually get to attack. Where, like, in a regular Yu-Gi-Oh! Game, that's not too bad, like, to go first or second. Like, you can, like, get around that easily. But with this game, where you're forced to play one card every turn, the fact that this, like, you can only, like, lay a card on your first turn is a huge disadvantage. I probably would be less upset if, like, player 2, or, well, the CPU, because it's always going to be player 2 in this case, but, you know, taking the second turn. But yeah, I would have preferred if, like, the AI wasn't able to attack on their first turn either. But hey, you know, I'm talking about balancing a game that came out in, like, what, 1999 before an official Yu-Gi-Oh rule set was made. So it is what it is. That's why it's, like, hard to really get, like, super mad at this. But I also acknowledge that it's just, you know, not that good in terms of balance and rule set. Like, it just leaves a little more to be desired. Like, they tested this. Like, they play tested all of this and was like, this is fine. But I guess, you know, even as far into the late 90s, you know, developers were still on their arcade grind. You need to make games harder for more replayability. Which, I mean, there's some aspect, like, there's some level of merit to that, but, like, in execution, it's just, you can do better. You can do better is all I'm trying to say here. So yeah, sorry if I'm, like, super rambly and whatnot. Like, it's just these recording sessions drained me. Like, in total, like, this video is gonna be, like, under 30 minutes. In total, I recorded 2.5 hours of this alone. Like, of just, I can't even say, like, desert and forest. It was mostly just forest. But it's just weird going back to, like, older games and just, like, what could have been, what could have been better. And I'm trying not to use, like, present day thought process, because that is kind of unfair. Like, you can't look at Mario 1, like Super Mario Brothers 1, and it's like, well, I mean, that game sucked because look what they did in Super Mario Odyssey. Whereas, like, Mario 1 back in the day was fucking groundbreaking. People were like, oh my fucking god, this is, like, the greatest game ever. We will never get anything beyond this. Then Mario Brothers 3 came out. We don't talk about 2. And it was like, oh my god, Mario has gotten even better. Then it made the jump to 3D, and it's like, you know, you do better as time goes on, all that stuff. But, like, this, that's why you do extensive playtesting at the time, too, because, like, I'm trying to think of other comparative games, like, okay, party games, for example. Like, you look at Mario Party back in the day, and yeah, there was, like, probably extensive playtesting that went into that, and you had a good game. Likewise, around that same time period of, like, Mario Party 1, 2, and 3, you had the Three Stooges party game. It was a collection of mini games, and I had it on PlayStation, and that game fucking sucked. So you can still hold it to the standards of other games at the time, but, you know, this came out around the same time as the Pokemon trading card game for Game Boy Color, which I think actually came out sooner. Oh, it did. When did Pokemon TCG come out? Actually, I know I'm not talking about this duel here. I'm sorry. Like, What my TCG video game? Come on. Yeah, in Japan in 1998, but it hit like Australia, North America, and Europe in 2000. So around that same time, you had another like trading card based game that was well received. But also, I think at this point, Pokemon did have an established rule set for the card game, but my memory is a bit off, so I don't remember if the Game Boy Color game played exactly like the trading card game. I could be wrong, like I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, you know, you had a well-received card game there, and then you had this. I think I was looking up Guardian Star BS here. What was going on here? Come on past me. Come on, you got this. Or was I like putting on another video or something? That's why I have this muted. I was just listening to stuff in the background. Yep, I was looking up Guardian Star. Alright, fair enough. But yeah, I don't know. Like, this game could have been handled better. And it had interesting ideas. Like, this was the first of the little, like... Well, yeah, this was the first major spin-off. Well, no, there was a Capsule Monsters game, like, before this. But, yeah, you know, the whole fusion aspect, which was brought back for Duelists of the Roses. That's actually really all I can say. Well, it had a story. You know, story's good. The Game Boy Yu-Gi-Ohs before this was just straight dueling people with a similar rule set to this one. It's just this one, like, added Guardian Stars. Or was that in the second Game Boy one? I don't know, because this was my first Yu-Gi-Oh! I never actually went back to play the ones that came before this, or even really around this one. Like, there were still, like, a couple more games that came out. Some were localized, some weren't. But it was really with Eternal Duelist Soul for Game Boy Advance where I picked up the series. And that started using the actual real rule set. As you can see, dude summoned Zoa. That was not cool at all. But at least it was weak enough for me to kill. Like, yeah, this was just a slow, long, drawn-out duel. It tends to happen, I guess, with this newish strategy I've adopted that I'm annoyed actually works. Like, there was one scrap forest, or not forest mage, Anubisius duel where dude had a packed field. Like, he had 5 monsters on the field. One of them was fucking perfectly ultimate great moth. And he had, like, a Garvis that was powered up with Beast Fang. A Nekogao 2 that was powered up. And then, like, 2 other monsters that got forest buffs. And he was not attacking because I had 2 face-down monsters in defense mode. It's like, my guy, you have a perfectly ultimate great moth that you've powered up. This thing can take out a Blue Eyes ultimate dragon. And you're playing super defensively. But yeah, like, he was not really attacking me, and I was just trying to, like, get to a dark hole in my hand. But, like, because when you try to fuse a monster, you can't put the resulting monster in face down defense. I was just playing one card at a time because it was the only thing that was keeping them from attacking. And I was actually beating him in the card draw because of like the fusions and the equips he was doing. So I could have ran out the duel and won like that. But then like he finally got some courage and like started attacking me, and it didn't end well for me. I never drew that dark hole, which it was all I needed, because I think I actually had him down to like 1,500 attack, or not attack, life points. So yeah, that was a heartbreaking loss. I'm also beginning to feel that like all of the electric monsters I loaded up my deck with has kind of been a bit of a detriment. I don't know, because yeah, it does give me more ways to make the twin-headed thunder dragon, but I also run the risk of, you know, just getting a hand filled of like thunder monsters with nothing to fuse them with. So, you know, you just got to keep on going there. And yeah, there we got Kazijin, because Martis, that's this High Mage, yeah, he does have Gate Guardian. Like he'll just flat out freaking summon him. Like he doesn't, like, you don't need the pieces here. No, this is Forbidden Memories. You don't need Suijin, Kazijin, and Sangha. You can just like, hey, you know what? I got Gate Guardian. Fuck it, he out there. What you gonna do about it? Nothing. You gonna do nothing about it. I like Kazijin. I think that was the only Gate Guardian piece I ever owned. That was sad, because I like Gate Guardian. That was like one of my favorite monsters from the anime. You know, everybody was up here like, oh man, I like Karibo because he's cute. I like Dark Magician because he's cool. And like, I like Dark Magician Girl because I'm horny. Like, nah. For me, it was Gate Guardian. Because he looked cool. He was strong. You know, and like, dragons, you know, dragons are cool. You know, the people, Blue Eyes White Dragon had, you know, their fans. Blue Eyes Ultimate White Dragon had its fans. But it's like, you know, you see dragons everywhere. You don't see Gate Guardian anywhere. Gate Guardian's cool. And yeah, I have no idea what was going on with Martis's deck at this point, because the RNG was very helpful to me here. Like, Rock Spirit was just hilarious, and then there's Summon Skull. His deck makes literally no sense. And I'm kind of glad he switched it back from Yami back to Wasteland, because yeah, his Summon Skull would have been tough to deal with in Yami, because it's a fiend. Yeah, like, I'm really grateful to the RNG. At no point did he summon Gate Guardian here. I am very lucky, because I know he has it. I think he summoned it on me in one attempt. I don't know, everything's beginning to like merge together. I don't know, like, I played so many duels of this just offline. Like, I don't know which one was like from me dueling Low Forest Mage or attempting to duel Haitian again. It just all merged together. Yeah, like, I am sorry for just how slow and steady this duel was. But this strategy is effective for me. It's effective. Yeah, I was too afraid to attack that face down card. I was like, yeah, that's probably another Labyrinth Wall. It's probably another Labyrinth Wall. Let's play it safe. There's my boy Dark Hole. I did down as a little insurance policy, which is very risky because apparently everybody has Harpy's Feather Duster now. Eat your heart out. And yeah, Neck Hunter is what he played. At this point, I was just like so happy. And it wasn't like he had a Mirror Force or something, like face down, so Yeah, the duel finally ended. Martis was defeated thanks to my slow and steady strategy. And for my trouble, I got a Yugioh. There's also apparently a technical duel there. Which, hey, I'll take it, because like I said, I was being strategic as fuck. Like, the desert has claimed me this day. That doesn't make sense. But yeah, we got the Millennium Scales. Let's go. And now we're shifting gears on over to the Forest Shrine. Lower Forest Mage, it is what it is. I'm fine with him. I've beaten him multiple times. You've seen me beat him on video. It's a Nubicius that's a freaking nightmare. So yeah, decent starting hand. Face down attack mode. Ooh, what's he gonna do? Is he gonna attack? Is he gonna defend? Is he gonna be a coward? He gonna be a coward. Thankfully for low Forest Mage, and even Anubisius, I mean, like, yeah, Anubisius had, you know, the freaking, like, cocoon of evolution, or whatever the cocoon one is called, with, like, the high defense and, you know, perfectly ultimate great moth. But at least he didn't have any Millennium Shields or Labyrinth Walls. Small victories. Also, Togex. I don't think I've ever seen Togex outside of this game. Like, while I'm just going through the motions here because I had to play a little defensively. Because of that fake trap that was, like, cheap. Let me see Togex. I mean, yeah, it is a real card. Like, no ability. That's so weird. Like, it is an Eternal Duelist Soul and Stairway to the Destined Duel. And the old Yu-Gi-Oh! Online, that was a lot of fun. God, that was so fun. I'm mad it went offline. Yeah, it was in a lot of early games, and then that was it. Wait, so is this a real card then? Is this one just for the No, I got a deep dive. Sorry, and like, I mean, we're just going through the motions here with this duel. Like, oh, it is in Duel Links? Okay, well, that's what I get for looking at the fandom wiki. I should have went to Wikipedia from the get-go. Yeah, someone has a video. OCG cards you never notice. And Togex is in the thumbnail. Huh. Okay, I'm gonna open that in a new tab. Watch that later. That's intriguing. That is so bizarre. Yeah, okay. But so it's an OCG card, but not a TCG one? It was only in Japan then? Okay, I'm gonna investigate that later. Like I'm losing the plot here. I'm losing the plot. But yeah, you ever find high mage, blah 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 blah. Yeah, so let's go. At this point, I was just done. Like, I did not want to see his dialogue. So, my slow and steady strategy, I kind of departed from that here. I would like to thank the RNG for being, like, gracious to me, as you will see shortly. So yeah, face down defense practical. And then this idiot lays down a magic card, or trap card. I don't know. I was just looking at what I could do here. At first, I was a little afraid to fuse with Zombie Warrior because one of the scrapped attempts, I fused like Zombie and Dragon, and I got Komori Dragon, and I was pissed because then fusing with a Thunder monster gave me Thunder Dragon instead of Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon. But that was because I didn't fuse with a strong enough zombie. Like, it has to be 1,000 attack. If it's under 1,000, you get Komori Dragon. If it's over 1,000, you get Dragon Zombie. Very specific. Yeah, I was a little frightened when I saw, like, oh my god, he's getting ready to equip. But nah, it was just Millennium Golem. It is what it is. And I was graciously given the keys to the castle for another Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon. And I was playing it safe with the Guardian Stars. I had one like Moon and one Pluto, just in case, you know, to cover all bases, but I think I would have been fine just putting them both on Moon, because I don't think I had any Guardian Star advantage here. So as you can see, 200 attack. Hey, like, we're golden. And then I saw this and was not as happy. But Dark Hole showed up, along with another way for me to get a Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon in my hand. So what do I do? What did I do? Because I genuinely forgot. Oh, Skull Redbird. Oh, to bait out another attack. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because I went for the Blitz strategy here, since they allowed me to be able to do it. So yeah, he took the bait, attacked me with Nekogal, but I had a face-down monster, so idiot puts his Great Moth in defense mode, which means I can now summon Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon and get rid of his Nekogal. And thus his life points. So yeah, you gotta take advantage of face-down defense. The AI is very, very, like, skittish on that. And for my troubles here, I get a Lord of the Lamp. Screw you, game. But yeah, that went well for the most part. You know, it took me forever to record, but I did it. Oh boy, I did it. No, it cannot. Oh, it cannot be. That hater shall avenge me. I'll see you in. Yeah, fuck off, buddy. Go ahead and die. I don't even know how you're dying. All we did was duel. But thank you for the Millennium Key. So yeah, with that, next time we start the end game, which gets even tougher. Like I said before, I'm probably going to go ahead and grind to get some equip cards. Like, I got my strategy down. Now I just need to build up my magic and trap repertoire, which I only have Dark Hole and Terrain cards, which I need a bit more. So yeah, I'm gonna like grind against Shoddy and like other like duelists that can give me like magic and trap cards, and yeah, I'll see you next time when we begin the the end game, because I know these duels are going to get bad. Thank y'all for watching. Have a great day. See you next time for some more Let's Play Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. Goodbye.